you so much.
Thank you. Well, it's wonderful to be here with all of you. It's always a blessing. And as I came on the Zoom session and I saw the beautiful picture of the front of the church, I thought, you know, this is one of our lessons, right? We're getting to experience spirit in these different kinds of opportunities, and yet we're still connected to that physical. And the memory of the church by seeing the picture just was very heartwarming. So I hope you feel as I do, and I'm just going to ask you to take a moment to kind of let your awareness go out and to just, again, feel everybody together in the same room, right? Because it's truly a state of mind, isn't it? That we are together. We are always together, even though in the physical it may not be exactly true. We know that through our energy, we are one. So as I prepared for today, a number of things came through my mind. First was just in the beautiful back and forth with the church of getting ready, I was told that there wasn't any music, that the service was exactly the same. And other than that, and I thought, well, again, that physical versus energy, my physical self said, oh, I'm a little sad about that. But then I heard a spirit voice laughing in my ear and reminding me that there is music everywhere, and we just simply have to put our attention on it. And I heard all of these little reminders of the beauty of the music of our bodies when we pay attention to the energy flow, the beauty of the music of nature if we stop to listen, if we pay attention. That even the rings of Saturn have a vibrational music that radios here on Earth can pick up on. And so music then becomes a state of mind also, does it not? And so I thank you all for that reminder that Spirit gave me that we are rich in music. And the types that are there may change, but it's all about our intention. And so that brought me to the core of what I want to share with you today, which is about the word normal. We're hearing so much these days about when we return to normal, or if we can return to normal. And I ask you to think about, as I'm sure many of you already are, is what does that really mean? Because, my friends, I would ask you to consider that normal is really not one thing, but rather a habit, something that perhaps gives us comfort in a certain way. But a normal is not normal for everyone. And things that may feel comfortable for us also have attachment to things that may be very hard for others. And normal cannot be just one blanket term. For certainly, I'm sure that all of us here would never want a return to the normal of racial injustice, of violence, of homophobia, that we know all still exists, but the tolerance has shifted. And we pray forever, although there's certainly so much work to be done. But it's important to remember that for some people, that is a normal. So we should be careful when we long for a return to that. So perhaps we should take some time to envision, instead of that word, instead of what may have been, for along that continuum are many things, from the horrors that we have been confronted with, the rising up of people coming together to say no more, to the everyday of parents working so many jobs to have food on the table, to people who did have jobs being so busy they didn't have time for their families. Is it freedom? Is it the ability to just go wherever we want? What is it that we truly want to return to? Is it more perhaps that we should be putting our focus on what could be? And asking the larger soul question of purpose, longing, and where we feel more fully ourselves. So many things give us lessons about that. Not only the music that is everywhere, but the seasons. We're reminded of the ebb and flow of nature, the natural law of that which blooms, then rests. That we too have rhythms in ourselves. What is it that when we feel the fullest with spirit, the fullest with our purpose, what is happening for us? Imagine, my friends, if that was the normal for everyone. What could be possible here on earth? Standing together regardless of difference, because we feel the joy of connection, because we know that each of us impacts on the other, because we know there's no separation. Conversations become different. What is it that stops us from that connection with ourselves, our souls, the fullness of our beings? That's the journey. I know that some of you may be heaving a sigh, like, yes, that's what I wrestle with. And yes, that is the human journey. We are here for the progression of our souls, but we have this new opportunity in the intensity, in the fear, in the wondering, what can be normal, to reimagine it in a different fullness. Nothing in the universe is a straight, linear way, a line, and neither are our lives. We will go around many lessons over and over. But here is a time now where never before has humanity been so unified in looking at the same issues altogether. Certainly, we have had enormous challenges, but social media technology is giving us a chance for connection in a way we never had before. What will we choose to do with this? Will we simply try and stay in our box of comfort and habit? Or will we reach out and say, yes, I will try something different? Each step allows us to shift just a little bit. It doesn't have to be something enormous. You've all seen a shift, I'm sure, when you've smiled at somebody. Or the other way, perhaps, when something upset someone and you could see the power in a negative way. What if we just took the barest moment, a second or two, before choosing to go back towards whatever normal is for us, to say, do I really want this? Is it just simply the comfort, the sameness, the security? And what was secure about it? If we can but slow it down just a little bit, perhaps, just perhaps, we will hear different answers. Now, I'm sure there are some of you that are saying, if it slows down anymore, I'm not sure if I can bear it because I'm not going anywhere and things are so different. But this is a different kind of slowing down. And certainly there have been more challenges than we can truly know, and many difficulties that people are grappling with. And still there is time. There can be space for that journey with ourselves. To say, what if? What if I did do something different? What if I chose a different way? The earth is showing us so many opportunities in its own healing. We are part of the earth. Again, natural law gives us so many opportunities to see that. The vibrational knowledge that we as spiritualists have continues to exist no matter what the situation. We have to remember that power at our fingertips. So when we feel the fear, or perhaps we're not feeling well ourselves, feel into the vibration. Let yourself remember what a different vibration felt like. See if you can bring yourself into a different normal for that moment. From moment by moment, what is possible shifts. We are all connected. We feel it in this microcosm of our service. We feel it when we do our healing and we extend our energy out for purpose. We can do that for our own lives, to remember our soul's journey, to remember what makes every cell in our body feel alive, feel hopeful, feel joyful. It's so easy in this physical world, I know, to feel weighed down, to feel the responsibilities, the scary moments, the worries for self, for loved ones. But what do we know as spiritualists? That there is larger purpose, even if we cannot wrap our human minds around it. That we can find a way. That spirit is there to help us if we remember to listen. Another kind of music, another kind of joy in slowing it down and listening for the guidance, for the possibility. Think about a moment when you felt complete joy, no matter how long it lasted, when you felt total ease in your body, when you felt total joy and certainty that all was well, total peace. In each moment where there is challenge, call that back to yourself, to give yourself courage, to give yourself a possibility for a new path, to truly embrace normal in a different way, not as a static thing, but as part of your journey. Feel into that, because what else do we know as spiritualists? That no matter what happens to us, it's in our vibration. So even when I might be very low or very sad, if I but take a moment to remember another time, I can call my being back into that stronger place. Hard to stay there, yes, perhaps in this physical world. But each time we can remember, we strengthen ourselves a little more. We allow spirit to stand with us a little more. We can hear the possibilities, envision the possibilities, know in our very physical being the truth that spiritualists work to get towards in every moment. That life continues, that purpose continues, that the universe has so much to offer us. So as you go forward, my friends, and we feel that pull towards normal, something to grab hold of, something that's not shocking or scary or exhausting, give yourself those moments to remember when you are in the fullness of your being. And let us together go into that journey of imagining a normal that meets all the promise the universe has to offer us. Thank you.